we are going to draw today one of my favorite paintings by an artist named Vincent van Gogh. We are going to be doing sunflowers, and sunflowers are one of my favorite flowers. So today we're going to start out by holding our paper the tall way. You guys are going to use a pencil. Remember, later when we're done with our pencil, then you will trace. I'm using a marker right now, but you guys are going to use a pencil. So we're going to start with the pot that the flowers are in. So the first thing we're going to do, a little bit below midway. So if this is halfway in your paper, you're going to go a little bit below, and we're going to make a line. So make a line. Once you make a line, we're then going to make a big curve and make the curve come all the way back up. So that is our pot. After we've drawn the pot, we're going to draw a curve on the pot, just like that. Draw a curve. Now, Vincent van Gogh signs his artwork right here. So you're going to write your name. I'm going to write my name. So if your name is John, you write John. If your name is Annabelle, you write Annabelle. If your name is Maria, you write Maria. And then we're going to make the table. Once we've drawn that, we now can draw all the beautiful sunflowers. So to draw the beautiful sunflowers, we're going to start out with a circle. Let's start with a few circles. Make sure they're kind of near the pot. So I check, make sure they're kind of near the pot. Maybe I make one more over here. So I made 5. Maybe I can make one more here. I don't want them close because I need to draw the petals. So I need them spaced out. So I would say let's make between 3 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd say 3 to 5. So 3 to 5 sunflowers. I did one extra and I think it's a little too much. So you guys do 3 to 5. You can make some with a bigger circle and some with a smaller circle. Now, if you want, some of your circles could have circles inside, like this. You can make some circles inside, or we can add little circles for the seeds. So some of them are going to have circles and some of them are going to have little seeds. It's your choice, but I would mix and match them. And you can also leave some blank also. So we're going to do some with little seeds and some with circles. Any of the ones with the circles, we're going to color those black. So you're going to color those black. You're going to use your pencil first, and then later you will use something to trace with, something that is black, like a pencil, a Sharpie, a black pencil, a Sharpie, a black crayon, a Crayola marker, whatever you want. So it looks kind of like eyeballs right now, but that's okay. After we've done that, we're going to add the points of the petals. So you're going to draw little triangles all over your flower. If those work for you, you can do them on all of your flowers. Now, if you're having a tough time with the points, I'll show you another way you can do it. If you have trouble with the points, you can make little loops like this. So I know sometimes points are hard for some of you, so you can make little loops, kind of like little, but you got to make them long and skinny. And those, if those are still hard, you can always make little curves like this. Because there are actually different kinds of sunflowers. Some have longer petals, some have shorter petals, some are browner colors. It depends on what kinds they have. So once you've drawn all your petals, make sure you keep going back and forth to the circle. And some you might not be able to squeeze them all in. You are then going to draw your stems into the top of your pot. Now sometimes your stems get a little confusing, so you just have to go slow and don't go behind the petals. So you go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, and then you stop when you reach this line. So you all stop when you reach that line right there. Now once we have drawn our sunflowers, you get to color your sunflowers. So the inside of the sunflowers are usually a brown color. So let's take these, let's color these brown, and you can use watercolors or color pencils or crayons for this, whatever you want. I'm going to use crayons for this part right now. So I'm going to make these brown, and then I think on these, maybe I'll make these maybe an orange color inside, because sometimes they are orangey inside, so I'm going to use an orange on the circle ones. And then the one I didn't color, I'm going to make that one black inside. So this is probably a good way to follow the directions. So maybe black for the plain one, maybe orange for this one, and then maybe brown. And then you get to do the fun part, which is you get to color all the petals. And like I said, some of sunflowers are bright yellow, some are like kind of an orange yellow, and some are kind of an orangey color. So if you don't want all your petals to be yellow, maybe you have like an orangey yellow, like a light orange. You can always use that. Because I said there are like an orange color sunflowers. You can always do an orange one. As long as they're sun colors, you're fine. And then I'm going to do the rest of mine, I think, in yellow, just to so they look like really bright suns. And they're called sunflowers because they look like suns. You guys are going to take your time, color everything. No scribble scrabbles. Do each one at a time. I'm not going around it like this. I'm taking my time and I'm coloring each petal separately. This is going to take a while, so I shouldn't see anyone rushing this project. I'm just going a little fast to show you guys. Okay, now that I've done that, Van Gogh's pot is a natural color. It's usually a brown and an orange, or a brown and a tan. So I'm going to use brown on top because this is what color he uses. But if you don't want brown on top and you want green, you can make the top green. It's up to you. But I'm going to make it look like his painting. So I'm going to do green, brown on top. And then he does kind of a tan color on the bottom. So I'm going to use a peach color for the bottom. If you want that yellow or orange, that's fine too. Once you're done with that, you can use crayons for the background or you can use watercolors. The only thing is, if you use that Crayola marker, you cannot use watercolors because it will smear your marker. But if you have crayons, you can use crayons. I'm just going to use watercolors to change it up. So the table is going to be a special color that you like, any color that you haven't used. So probably not yellow or purple or brown. You probably want a nice new bright color. So I'm going to use purple. Make sure you get all the white spots. Same thing if you're using a crayon, you're going to do the exact same thing. Make sure you get all the white spots. Then when you paint the background, all behind that, you want to make sure that you go around all of your flowers. You do not want to paint or color over anything. You need to go around everything. Remember, your background goes all the way to that line, which is the table. Take your time, go slow. Like I said, you can paint this, you can color it. We're not going to use markers on this because I think markers are going to be too sloppy. So I would use either crayons or watercolors. No markers. Take your time. If you have any questions, you can always ask me. I'm going to get rid of my little puddles there. Paint all the way to the top of the page. I just didn't finish. So you're going to paint all up here also. So don't forget you're painting all these areas. So the back of the picture is totally filled in. So I'm just going to do a quick version. Go slow. Take your time. Remember, draw in pencil. After you draw in pencil, then you will trace in something black. Crayon, color pencil, marker, Sharpie. Then you are going to color all of your flowers, your pot. Remember, one color for the table and one color for the top. When you are finished, take a picture, post it onto Seesaw. I want to see all these amazing pictures